Good morning, everyone. We are the Group 3 and we are discussing about the science and technology in the Philippines. Science and technology in the Philippines first started during the pre-Spanish period. Its trace was found in some archaeological find and has been traced of how Filipinos live with the use of science and technology. Early Filipinos engaged themselves in weaving, shipbuilding, mining, and farming that led them the first product of engineering, which is the Banawe rice terraces. Also, Filipinos during that period engaged themselves in herbal medicine and made themselves an alphabet counting methods, weight measurement system, and the calendar of the base of the periods of the moons. Next is the Spanish colonial period. During the Spanish colonial period, formal education has been introduced and the foundation of scientific institutions like the University of Santo Tomas has been created. Spaniards made contributions in the field of engineering by constructions of government establishments, churches, roads, bridge, and forts. Also, the galleon trade have accounted in the Philippine colonial economy due to the prospect of having big profits. Science and technology has been also introduced during the American period and post-Commonwealth era. Science during the American period was inclined towards agriculture, food processing, medicine, and pharmacy. On July 1901, the Philippine Commission established the Bureau of Government Laboratories, which was placed under the Department of Interior. The Marcos era and martial law. It was only in Marcos' presidency when science was given importance. In 1968, technology was recognized as a top reason in economic development, and Marcos gave extra funds to support projects in applied science and science education. He also allotted large amount of war damage funds to private universities to encourage the people to take courses that focuses on science and technology and research. Fifth Republic. In this period, lots of organization related to science and technology has been created in order to implement them. In 1986, during Corazon Aquino presidency, the National Science and Technology was replaced by the Department of Science and Technology, or DOST. It was also during this period when the government provided scholarships for students who are interested in taking up courses related to science and technology. During President Joseph Estrada's term, the internet age was pushed for the advancements of schools and industry. Then, it was under Gloria Macapagal Arroyo when science and technology reached its golden age. And during the presidency of Benigno Aquino, four scientists was given honor for giving contribution in the scientific field that geared towards the advancement of science and technology of the country.
What is science and technology in nation building? Science and technology hold the key to the progress and development of any nation. Technology plays a fundamental role in wealth creation, improvement of the quality of life, and real economic growth and transformation in any society. Now, let's talk about what is the role of our government in science and technology. Government in many countries directly supports scientific and technical research. The federal role in science and technology, although subsidiary to industries, is no less crucial. The federal government will continue to carry the primary responsibility for funding fundamental research in science and technology, including sustain the infrastructure of institutions and facilities that perform excellent research and play a critical role in educating and training the next generation of scientists and engineers. For the next one, the Philippine Science and Technology Agenda and Development Program. Science and technology plays an integral part in human development and the society. Break ignorance, increase perception of a fact, and awaken ability to use resources and creativity to improve the quality of life and sustainable environment. Talk about the HNRDA, the Harmonized National Research and Development Agenda, or the HNRDA, was prepared by the Department of Science and Technology, or DOST, in collaboration with the government and other private agencies. All the SNT endeavors are directed towards the realization of economics and social benefits of mankind. And ambition natin 2040. Ambition natin 2040, matatag, maginhawa at panatag na buhay para sa lahat, which has three pillars. The first one, malasakit or enhancing the social fabric. The second one, pagbabago or reducing inequality. And for the last one, or the third one, kaunlaran or increasing potential growth. For the next one, National Integrated Basic Research Agenda. To express support in the Philippines Development Plan, National Security Plan, and the Science for Change program led by the DOST, the NIBRA focus on basic principles of research. It has six programs, namely the first one are water security, tubig program or tubig ay buhayin at ingatan. The second one, food and nutrition security, SAPAD program, saganang pagkain para sa lahat. For the next one, health sufficiency, likas program or likas yaman sa kalusugan. And the next one, clean energy alert program or alternative energy research trends. And the next one, sustainable community saklaw program or saklolo sa lawa. And for the last one, inclusive nation building, atin program or ang tinig natin.
Good day, I'm John Dayan Ardave and I'm going to discuss about Health Research and Development Agenda. What is Health Research and Development Agenda? It's the collaborating agencies for health research and development agenda. Health Research and Development Agenda in the Philippines are the Philippine Council for Health Research and Development, acronym word PCHRD, and the National Unified Health Research Agenda, acronym word NUHRA. Next is Disaster Risk Reduction and Climate Change Adoption. What is Disaster Risk Reduction and Climate Change Adoption? Is the research priorities for this agenda were evaluated and finalized by a group of people from the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, acronym word PHIVOLCS, and Philippine Atmospheric Geophysical Astronomical Service Administration, acronym word PAG-ASA. And the disaster risk reduction and climate change adoption improves of monitoring hazards vulnerability, and risk reductions. The next is, this is the government policies. The first one is RA 1005, known as the Philippine Technology Transfer Act of 2009. What is Philippine Technology Transfer Act of 2009? It's an act providing the framework and the support system for the ownership, management, use, and commercialization of intellectual property generated from research and development funded by government and for other purposes. The next is the RA 2067, known as the Science Act of 1958. What is RA 2067, known as the Science Act of 1958? Is an act to integrate, coordinate, and intensify scientific and technological research and development, and to foster invention, to provide funds therefore and for other purposes. The next is Industry, Energy, and Emerging Technology. The Philippine Council for Industry, Energy, and Emerging Technology Research and Development, acronym word PCIEETRD, is responsible for the implementation of research priorities of this agenda, and it focuses on food and nutrition security, countryside development, competitive industry, delivery of social services, intelligent transport solutions, renewable energy, and energy storage solutions. The agriculture, aquatic, and natural resources. This is the research priorities for this agenda include crops, livestock, aquaculture, forestry, natural resources and environment, technology transfer, socioeconomics, and policy research.
Here are the major science and technology development programs in the Philippines. DOST is the prime mover in formulating policies and rules in the science and technology discipline that helps in uplifting the country's economic status. One of its major programs is called the Balik Scientist Program. The Balik Scientist Program was launched to motivate and encourage well-trained overseas Filipino workers to return to the Philippines and share their expertise in order to accelerate the country's scientific, agro-industrial, and economic development. Next is the Caravita Organic Fertilizer Program. The DOST established the Caravita Organic Fertilizer Program, which is worth 15 million pesos. This program, which has been tried in the fields of Pulilan, Bulacan, Los Baños, Cabanatuan, Nueva Ecija, and Iloilo, has benefited at least 30,000 hectares of rice land. Next is the Irradiated Caraginan Fertilizer, a program which is funded by PCAARRD, which stands for the Philippine Council for Agriculture, Aquatic, and Natural Resources, Research and Development. It is a collaboration between nuclear scientists and agriculturists. The resiliency of rice plants increases the yield by 65% when Caraginan was supplemented to farmers' practice. Next is Project NOAA. NOAA stands for Nationwide Operational Assessment of Hazard. This program was established with the collaboration of 3 agencies: the PAG-ASA, the PHIVOLCS, and the ASTI. This is more accurate and responsive disaster prevention and mitigation system. It began in 2012 and completed in 2015. Lastly, the electric train program. This was created to enhance the efficiency of public mass transport system. The ERT was adopted by the Department of Transportation and Communications.
Good day, and Today we're going to talk about science education in the Philippines. Now let's talk about the advantage of technology and education. Number one, it encourages more communication between teachers and parents. Number two, technology options in the classroom are very affordable. Number three, it creates new ways to learn for today's students. Number four, technology allows us to give students access to data from a single location. So let me add something here. The number five is more informative, and we have a lot of sources and access to every single sites or educational curriculum to attain and to be more helpful in today's student. Disadvantages of technology. Number one, the presence of technology can be distracting to students. Number two, using technology can cause some students to disconnect from the classroom. Number three, some students may not know the difference between reliable and unreliable resources. Number four, technology is a resource that not all families can afford. So let me add something here too. The disadvantage of technology is it's not always reliable, and it's not always a good source, even if you can find it on the internet. And according to number four in disadvantages of the technology, not all can afford technology or we are using now today, because nowadays we have a pandemic and we have a financial crisis and a worldwide crisis. The importance of science. It enhances the learner's questioning skills, values and attitude, and critical thinking skills. It is basically intertwined with technology and industry, which are major areas of development being prioritized by our government. Science is the most important thing in the human history. It can rewrite history. It can enhance student learning capabilities, and science is fun. Now let's proceed to K-12. What is K-12? K-12 program aims to develop learners to make judgment and apply what they have learned, which have eventually have great health, environment, and even more social impacts. Provides learner with a repertoire of competencies important in the world of work in the knowledge-based society. These are the three domains of K-12 curriculum. Number one, understanding and applying scientific knowledge in a local setting, as well as global context wherever possible. Number two, performing scientific processes and skills. Number three, developing and demonstrating scientific attitudes and values. Now let's proceed to Philippine Science High School System. Prepared by the DOST, while of that of Science and Technology Oriented Schools was initiated by the Department of Education. Specialized public high school system in the Philippines, which operate as an attached agency of the DOST. It is regarded as the top high school in the Philippines, are proceed among the best of Asian region in 2016. There are multiple campuses in the following areas nationwide, and here it is. Here are some examples. Main campus Agham Roads, Quezon City. Also have an Ilocos campus in Ilocos Sur, Cagayan campus in Bayumbong, Nueva Vizcaya, Cordillera Administrative Region campus located in Baguio. The Central Luzon campus is located in Angeles City, Pampanga. Problems in science education. Number one, ratio of teachers and the ratio of students in the classroom. Number 2, lack of science lab. Number 3, lack of science educational facilities. Number 4, a small fraction of teachers are qualified to teach different science subjects. Number 5, limited scholarship and few projects of the government. The problem in science education in the Philippines are we are lacking of materials and the financial budget to make more or expand the science education here.